What's up, you guys? So today is a big day. Today is a major day if you're a 2K player. I think that this year, obviously, they've made some changes to the game that a lot of 2K players, a lot of 2K fans would enjoy. I mean, there's not major changes, but it seems like there's some quality of life changes that they focused on this year, making the park smaller, making the city smaller, adjusting the ratio of player size to court size, revamping the ball handling system, making it a little bit more, I guess, simulation style without the huge adrenaline boost, the huge momentum boost that you get on some of these moves. I'm seeing that a lot of people that are playing it earlier are having problems speed boosting around. Obviously, it's still going to be in the game, but there's some limitations to it. More than anything, you want to see attributes matter 100%. You want to see attributes matter 100%. That's the only way that this builder is going to work, in my opinion. Because you have, from what I'm seeing, a builder where guards can get 1 million attributes. There's a whole bunch of takeovers. There's a whole bunch of badges. There's a new badge level. So what you want to see is attributes play more of a role and there being less useless attributes. For example, for the last 10 years, acceleration has been in the game. We come to find out on the release of 2K25, and thanks to other entities like 2K Labs, that acceleration had zero effect. That acceleration was useless. Years later, we find that out. So this whole time, you have an attribute category that people are spending VC on, VC equaling money. You're spending VC on this attribute that's not doing what it says it's going to do, to the effect that you would actually see a difference in gameplay, that you would see your high acceleration blow by somebody with low acceleration. You didn't see that. So they took acceleration out of the game. Now you're working with agility. How are they going to make these things differentiate? How can a player with low speed, lower agility be slower than a person with high speed, higher agility? But at the same time, these other attributes also play a major role. Like attributes like speed with ball, speed. I like the attribute lateral movement. That gave you more of a specific term to put to your quickness on defense, your foot speed. Obviously they have badges that will make you, stick to your defender, like clamps, or, badges like fast feet, things like that that's been in the game in the past. But I want to see lateral quickness be your defensive lateral sliding speed. All right? Go back to making that what determines how well you can naturally stay clamped to somebody. Obviously, you're going to have badges and stuff, but let lateral quickness be how well you can move around on defense, how fast your feet can move around, and let it make a difference. Like, this is my thing, man. And I'm seeing clips of it happening in 2K25. I don't know if it's because, just because of the difficulty level that's set on the footage we've seen so far being low, but I've seen the defense being a lot dumber, a lot slower, a lot less equipped than the offensive player, which is not always true in real life. Obviously, the game has moved towards offense, but there's still great defensive tools that you can have. There's still guys who can stay in front of the ball, your Drew Holidays, your Pat Bevs, guys like that. There's a lot of two-way players who are great perimeter defenders, like Paul George, guys like that. You should be able to stay in front of the ball. You should be able to move at least fast enough to be able to make defensive decisions. Now, if I reach, I should pay for that reach, just like it's been. Doesn't mean you should fall over and fall on the floor because you missed it was a bad reach attempt, but you should make people pay for consistently hitting the reach button. You should get like a reach meter or something. Maybe not a reach meter, maybe a reach meter. I don't know. I don't know what the flaws in that would be if there was a meter for how many times you reach on a possession, and that reach, each time you reach and you miss, your reaches get slower, and then to the point where, your reach is ineffective. The reach button is ineffective. Your still button has a meter. That would be interesting, but we're never going to see that. We're never going to see that. Guys, one thing that I can say is, it's interesting how this game has us waiting till the day it comes out to see what the advantages and disadvantages are of certain skill levels on the games. Meaning, you don't know exactly how certain attributes or animations or anything is going to affect you once you get to an 85 overall or a 90 overall, or people start having badges and cap breakers and +1. You don't know what the heck all this is. They while they may have made the quality of life better on the game, there's still some things that are going on in the game and in the way that it's being sold that would cause you to waste money. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm thinking about making a 6'9", 6'10" guy with like high steals, high rebounds, high blocks, things like that. People are going to be trying to force it on offense the whole first month of the game. You're going to get people that are getting the game at different times. You know, obviously there's going to be a wave of people that had the game early, and then there's going to be people that get the game over the course of October, over the course of September and October. And those people are going to be out here with low ball handling, missing jumpers. There's going to be hella rebounds, hella blocks, hella steals to be had. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with the lockdown. That's what I'm thinking. That, to me, my first build being a lockdown type of player, obviously I want him to have some offensive capabilities. He's going to be athletic, so he can be a defensive player with defensive prowess. But I'm going to say a defensive player, maybe not a pure lockdown, but definitely a two-way player is going to be what I start off with. Somebody who can grab rebounds. I'm going to put my offensive rebounds high just because I expect people to not be passing the ball like that. So that way, you know, I can be effective on offense even when not getting the ball passed to me. In years past, that's what I do. My first build is going to be a big. It's going to be a guy who can get rebounds. He's going to get me plenty of VC. He's going to get me repped up. And that's usually how I roll to start off. Now, that'll tell me a lot about the game. If I'm still able to start the game off with a big and rep up based off of the things that I do well, that's going to be very telling. Now, my thing is this. In the last few years, I've had an opinion that they really need to put more emphasis on getting assists. They really need to put more emphasis on making extra passes. There needs to be a boost for when you make a proper extra pass, a proper skip pass, a proper assist. The dimer should be the one that has the A+. You know what I mean? The person that has 10 assists, I don't care how you get outlet passes off the rebounds, it doesn't matter. I think that rebounds need to be awarded greater, and then you'll have like less people being selfish. You're still going to have people cheesing and being selfish in like rec and program and stuff like that, but at least put more emphasis on it. At least make it more rewarding than hitting a jumper, because the person who sacrifices their own offensive, the person who sacrifices their own offensive stats and their own offensive game to see the team do better and to see the flow of the game be better for their team, like, I feel like that person should be rewarded. And that's never been the case on 2K. There's been 2Ks where the assist, you got a lot for getting assists, but it was never enough to make a person say, let me make this right pass, let me be a good teammate. You know, that's what it's supposed to do. Teammate grade is supposed to have an impact on how people play the game. Now, if I can go out here, have one assist as a guard, and then chuck up 15, 20 shots, make a few of them, and still have a B+, then of course, you know, you're going to have players that are out here for self, and it's going to be hard to play with randoms. Now, they have a squad finder. Let's see if it's executed right, because that's the thing. With 2K, they've had plenty of ideas in the past. It's all about execution, guys. There's going to be a lot of ways to waste money on this game. Let me say that again. There's going to be a lot of ways to waste money on this game. You're going to spend money because only a few can do a no money spent and actually have fun playing this game. Now, I'm thinking about doing a no money spent my team, which to me is kind of exciting. Every year I say I'm going to do it. Some years I do it, some years I don't. Some years I do it, I get pretty decent cards, and then I end up stopping because people are so far ahead. And it's the same way with my career. It's the same way with the city. We'll see how the ranked modes go. Obviously, that's another case of they have to execute it right. There has to be proper match making in Pro-Am and Proving Grounds. Proper match making. What have they done for the servers? We still don't know. They never mentioned the servers, but we always have server issues. They're always saying stability fixes. What have they done for stability fixes coming in 2K25? Let's talk about that later. Leave a comment in the comment section for me, y'all. I'm out.